Ay, ay, ay. It is snowing. I think we had about already like close to 2 inches when I took my dog out like 2 hours ago, and it wasn't coming down too hard. Now it's coming down pretty good. Coming down pretty good. What's up, Zerk? You been able to take the tigers out for a spin yet? Dog was talking to the snow. It wasn't too deep. It was just up to like above his paws. It was only like about 2 inches when I took him out. He's got more legs than a regular corgi, so it wasn't too much. But with the way it's, if he keeps snowing as hard as it is now, he's probably gonna be. It might get chest deep for him. It's gotten chest deep for him a couple times when we've been here. That one's been pretty funny to watch him get through. I remember where I left off on this. Function for hit him to. That's we haven't gotten to that. That's next. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's supposed to snow till like 6 a.m. tomorrow, supposedly. So we'll see how long of it's actual like snowfall and how much is like snows, then it takes a break, then it snows, then it takes a break, then it snows kind of deal. I just realized I'm watching a video of I watched Wynn's video on Tiger and Leviathan with his Magna Grid. And then I'm watching DJ Salts who's using what should we call it? I think it's like Spartan with fronting. But it's a primal setup. And I just realized that he has Summer Raziel skinned with the regular Raziel, like the one that was handed out at the event. I thought something was weird about his lineup. I was like, there's something on here that's weird that it like doesn't match up. And I just realized what it was. Like that, I don't see on paper. All right, this one. Magic butterfly. I guess I can put, well, I was gonna put them in instead of Medusa. I guess I could put them in instead of you. Oh, but they're not primal. I guess I'd probably just do like swap Medusa for Uriel. Just have it be Olivia, Uriel, Tiger. See how that goes. So interesting to see fronting. I'm assuming it's Paladin. I haven't paid attention to the skills getting pushed for Leviathan. Wait, that's not. Oh no, it is. It's Spartan. I just looked over at the side at the damage numbers. I couldn't tell because I had the near costumes. Huh. Mm-hmm. The Spartans is the Thermopylae. Let's go. So, yeah, yeah. I was kind of like off looking at it every once in a while, so I didn't see like what skills were being like cast. And then I like look over at the damage, and I was like, oh wait, that's Spartan. Because I thought it was weird that it'd be Paladin. I was like, Paladin doesn't make any sense, or at least to me, it didn't make any sense. But yeah, Spartan makes sense with the ultimate best. Mm-hmm. From you. Yeah, I need to get back to. Well, I have been. I've been doing my Diaspora daily host. It's so comfy now that I changed Shuku to Alex. Even on a situation where I have to wait for Petrify to wear off, uh, like it takes like 13 turns. With Shishuka, I have to be careful. Like 13 turns of not doing anything. Like I'll hit the blue pot at the beginning, and then I just won't hit anything else for the rest of it. Just like obviously I don't full auto it, so I can use Alex's defensive things when I need to. But it's so comfy and so fast. Because Shishuku, if I like ego something too much, she just gets completely splatted. I have to like pay attention to her stupid shield, and if the shield's down, I have to like green pot her, and I'm just like, it's too much fucking work. It's too much work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This doesn't need. Oh, it doesn't get used there. Right. That's just like I have to rewrite this because like I was changing how things were written. According to legends that I think that gets called in something else. Mm-hmm. Next year. Actually, it's gonna have to pull the main director as a value. Oh, there's an argument. The thing is that I now have to like make everything pull in an argument that's main directory. Anything that uses meal list has to be rewritten. How many is that? One, two? Oh, just those two. Alright, that's fine. Actually, does it even need to return anything? I don't think it does. It should just be printing statements. Like it doesn't really need to return anything. Uh, I've also been pretty lucky because with Alex, I've been able to keep MVP, so I've been getting more Diaspora mats. It also kind of sucks because now I kind of regret breaking down the gloves because I've been seeing some grids I want to use. I think there's like a Mugen grid that I was like, oh, I could replicate that because I have enough Auburn fists, but it wants like two Diaspora fists, like Mark 1 with defense on it. And I'm just like, shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I think I'll keep this where it uses list check in this. Oh, God damn. I'm not gonna lie, because of the fact that I've been like, I only really work on the side projects on like Fridays, which part of the reason I'm trying to finish the MIT stuff is to have like extra days of the week I'm working on this to speed this up. Um, it really kind of like drives home the fact of how easy it is to figure out what does what when it's all split up into different functions. Like if I had to look at this in one long like block of code and trying to figure out what was where and what like I took a break from and like what I was working on, like I would, bro, that'd be so hard. Like this whole thing needs to be rewritten down here. Like I've changed so much shit on the like on the functions being used that like everything in that bottom main function just not everything, but like most of it, a majority of it, definitely has to be changed. You check. Yeah, this is what I think it does. I just don't know why I made it. Oh, it's for okay. Actually, now I remember what I was making it for. It's for if you didn't want it, like if you wanted it to be for this year, it would just automatically make it for this year. What's the newest? Which will then just take it'll take the month, the year, and then put it together. Yeah, it'll take the month number, the month, the year, put it together in a string for the file. Check that it like doesn't already exist, and then if it doesn't exist, it makes it. If it uh exists, it doesn't make it. I just also realized that like I never put the make list in here. Uh, guys, guys, Mm-hmm. 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 Now you're gone, gone so fast. But the sky still blue. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh. You know, Yuga's been stingy with her anima. I think that's also because Yuga's, well, actually, recently she hasn't been giving me too many. But she's giving me a good number of weapons. Well, harps. Lots of harps. Lots of harps and fists. Not very many swords. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm trying to make the file and list, or like the directory and list creation functions, like a little less specific to this, so that way I can rip them out, slightly alter like some of the like the wording for it, right? Like, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have to, but you know, it'd be confusing if it was like year for something that doesn't use a year. But it would be it'll come in handy because I'll probably just try to make it like a small library on the side that then I can just pull for other things without having to actively have it. Though if I'm saying that also means I have to package that with like in the program like folder. Hmm? So how did hitting backspace one just delete this entire sentence? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like for instance, if I make these more generic, I can just take like exit tool number check, new list, make list, list check, directory, directory list, make delete file, name list, name check, and like just put those all in like a library, alter some of the argument names, and then just put it together. Mm-hmm. 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 I should bring back the make directory thing. Mm-hmm. 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 I just make that now. I've already spent so much time. But I guess technically it'd still be better. I wanna be used to. Mm-hmm. I wish. Reading like making a library, and it's actually I don't even know, do I need to make like a library? I think I can just pull it into a different file and then just have that get imported. Mm, hmm. Test. Yeah. I guess I'll have to do the actual. Yeah. I was hoping I could just import and it would just pull. That means I'd have to like import every single one of these. Which I mean would still help with the readability, I guess, but like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. It'd have to be like 9 import, like from this, import this, from this, import this, from this. It's just weird because like one of the examples says just import my functions and then result. Oh, that's what it meant. You piece of garbage break timer. Because this would also make it easier to bounce back and forth between remembering like what's taken and what. Whatever, we're still. I'm gonna type this out. That's not cheating. Use feel. Okay. Yeah, that works a lot better. I like that a lot more. You just have to use a dot method. I missed that part when I was looking at the example. But yeah. I need to figure out how to like. I guess like after looking at some of the stuff, it seems like Sadala's just good in whatever. Just don't know how I would use it, like where I would swap her in for. I'm guessing I'll try Leviathan with or no, not Leviathan. We'll try it on Tefnut. I don't know if I like it on Tefnut though. Medusa is really good on Tefnut. Kill the spell, whatever buff. Oh no, we'll try it. I'll just use like I'll drop Medusa for Uriel and put just do like Olivia Uriel Sadala frontline. And then let him go to town. Too much. Hmm. Hmm. Someone has a thumbnail of just the bonk doggo, but instead of the bat, it has Mjolnir and it's hitting Cosmos. That's too good. It's too good. Sometimes this community thumbnails are sometimes just gold. Oh, good. Actually, I imagine there has to be more like videos for Sadala usage. Just they're not popping up in a bunch of everything else. Summer Zoe alongside Mjolnir to give a 1 turn 4 mil honors only clicking MC skills on Twitter. Jesus. Yeah, like after refreshing it, there's been some more like Dark Mjolnir video popping up. It's getting crazy around here. It's that time. It's that time for Gramblo where everything gets nutty. And then they go, oh shit, we made mistakes. Oh, I guess I could just use the dollars. Or next to Libya. I don't have the other like standard Earth characters that people like to use. Like soldier chick with a rapier. Another pretty common one I've seen being used. And then I don't have some Eraziel as I sob in a corner. That's alright. I got some Galleon and Yukata near instead. Worth. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna be seeing a good amount of these Mjolnir videos popping up. Especially now that people are just like, oh, probably kind of crazy. Probably should use this. That's so insane to me though. What turned Formula honors only by clicking skills? Also watching a primal Titan grid using Renting with Sadala on Glorybringer, just 15 turning Leviathan, no biggie. I don't know. Yeah, Amelia. That's the one that I used a lot. Oh, Earth Allies. Oh, oh, that's why. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I can placement for that. I guess technically Yugu would be fine. I still want to rebalance for Leona to make her busted. I remember she used to be really strong for Earth primal grids because they had a lot of crit when she was still newer. I gotta keep hitting the wrong button. Works. All right. So we know that this works. So now I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit, and we're going to yeah, basically make a useful functions file and then just pull from that. Probably comment at the top like what functions are in here. Can I use a doc string outside of it? Oh, I can. Yeah, that works exactly the way I want it to. This way I won't have to do it again later. Because we're gonna use this in the Granblue function. Or in the Granblue program. Mm-hmm. Right, so basically, this all works as I want it to. Then all of this just disappears, and then this you lose like probably close to almost 100 lines, or maybe just shy of 100 lines of code. Hmm. They might have been often. All right. Oh, oh, well, that works too. I didn't mean to close it after restarting it. That was just force of habit. All right, so that means we can remove all of these now. I can add them back later if I need to. So we can just call them in from that other file, which means I'll have to remember to package it together, or else it won't work. So we just took all of that, and yeah, all of that cut out like 140 lines of code. So we'll probably add, well, no, because I'll probably end up making, because this one will be, I have to make a different one. This needs to be renamed something else. Because I want to make like a useful functions to just have things like this, like the exit tool and the number check and stuff like that. Make a folder called toolbox. I have to, I guess I'd be part of it, like packaging, like learning how to package things. I'll fiddle with that later. Don't really need that right now. Another harp. I don't know why. Like all I've been getting from you is harps. You heard me questioning if that had a garrison weapon and went here. Threw it in my face. Yeah, because I plan on because like this is respective to this, so I don't really think I need to like put those in this other one. And then when I do the right to file one, I'll probably put that in its own in its own uh in its own like function list, so it's not like bloating things up. It makes more sense to rename it to subdirectory. But this way, if I use it for other things, it'll. Oh, this one needs to be rewritten anyway. Oh, wish someone told me Oh, oh me. Oh, Oh, actually, the newest one probably can also just stick to the other function because this one's kind of more tailored towards rewriting this is way too much of a pain in the ass. So this can stay here. Some of these aren't like super perfect because, like, for instance, the make list wants a main directory, a subdirectory, and then a list name. So in any program where I'm not doing a main directory, subdirectory, and a list name, like basically, I want like three inputs for it. It's not really gonna work, but it's fine. To be honest, a delete file, I should re. Oh, but I should just make a fucking path function. That's what I should do. Let's make a path function that takes the current working directory and then you go where are you like where are you specifically looking and for what, and then it just takes the path. Well, not even for what. Just say like what directory you want to be in. It makes a path to that, and then we move that over. Like we apply that to a variable, and then we move that over to and then it just pulls in a string like well, I guess it's technically a string argument of the path of where it's going, and then you give it a name, and then it just looks for it and deletes that. Oh, every time I keep reading it, I keep. Crying. Crying. Why am I like this? Every time I keep like looking at my code. Every time I read my code, I figure out ways to make it better, which means end up rewriting half of it again all over and over. Pain. I mean, I guess better that this happens now when I'm like starting out rather than you know, maybe in the mix and then being yelled at because I'm taking like 30 years to write something when I could have already gone through that process when learning stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have it here. We have this written here. This can stay over here because it doesn't need to be used. This needs to be. Oh, I need to import. Oh, I really don't like this now. Oh, this actually won't work with this name. Like, I need to give it all underscores. I need to remember that when I make these. Can't use spaces. Did I really have all of these set to Lucifer? You're shitting me. Pain. There's no way this was. Yeah, no, this was Python. That's such a long name, though. I should rename it something. I should just acronym it instead of. I'll call it the FFCF, and then just write inside of that file like what that means. No, I'll call it the FFC function. Oh, I'm gonna need that. Because what you do is then you go down here and you do that. Go down here, you do that. Then we reopen it. Boom. But I couldn't somehow. If I could somehow put an L in there, like quickly. No, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. Those are getting pulled in. Actually, I don't even know why I'm like messing with this. I basically have to rewrite like all of this. Bro, my quote unquote heater is literally just pushing out cold air. We get a fist fight with this thing. That shit's. I'm probably gonna have to. I'm probably gonna end up changing this CWD. Probably not. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Let's try. Let's do make. No, not make list. Do list check. The main directory is meal. The subdirectory should be 25. And then the list name should be 1, 25. And this. Why did it loop twice? It was found in full. Why did it print it twice? Should have just been once. Oh, there we go. I think it's because I had to like load it stuff. Maybe. And then if I change this to 2026, actually no, I don't know why it ran. It's probably just a little weird bug in the thing. It was not found in folder 20. So that works as intended. Directory list, which is the other one that I wanted to see. Okay, here we have it. Cannot find the specified path. Hmm. Did I miss it? Oh, I did. The F is supposed to be on the outside. Mm. The only thing I like about the song is like the first, I think, like third of the song. But I usually skip it after that. It's just so, I don't know. I hear it. It makes me want to dance. Good little dance. Being conspicuous. The flow is just so good. Yeah, see, this is what I mean though, that like, yeah, I'm just have to make a function that creates a path as a variable and returns it. Because I don't want it creating a path every time it like doing this, like this is so inefficient, right? Import OS here, import OS here, import OS here, import OS here. Which to be fair, like it'll still import the OS, but like doing it just for this. Not to mention, it's probably just import OS like outside of all the functions and then just let it do its thing. Oh, there she goes. Other things should. Yeah. So I just want to get started on making the functions that'll read and write to a list, and I still haven't been able to because I've just been stuck on iterating through the functions that'll make the files. It's such a pain. Oh, it's such a pain. It's not really like a pain because it's like this is normal stuff. It's just that I was hoping to get to it today, and it's just like I don't think that's gonna be the case because we're already almost like 2 hours in. And I'm still working on this. Okay. First of all, I think I should. I guess I should always be outside anyway. Yeah, I had a feeling that was supposed to be the case, especially if it's something that's going to get used repeatedly. Because the point is if I make the path, I'd still probably call the main subdirectory unless I could figure out a way to like chop that out. But can I make it a list and just make it pull the last two things? The split one, right? Hmm. So it doesn't work. Well, it turns it into a list. It's not turning it into like a list I was expecting. It's like making a list, but How is it splitting it? It goes study Python, side projects, meal list, 2025, January 2025. And when it turns it into a list, it goes slash la. Oh, because it's breaking it up with double. Like it's turning the whole string into a list is what it's doing. Because this isn't a string. Then I guess maybe if I turn it into a string. No. Hmm. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, I still have that other function call. Where is it? Oh, because it's doing folder check. How is it not found in folder 2025? Oh, or something? I wonder if it's. I think it's because I'm messing with it. Yeah, it's because I'm messing with it. Wait, is it? Well, no, because I'm not changing the actual path itself. What did I mistype? A capital L. Oh, I forgot the S. All right, this one is the one that I didn't know if I wanted this saying that it was like printing it out or not. The list check is sometimes going to be used for for like other things like deleting and stuff like that. And it would be kind of redundant for it to be like, yeah, we found this here at here. Also, file has been deleted. Like, because the whole point is that if it can't find it, it'll return no. And then if it returns no, it tells you that file is not found. Where is it? Yeah. Big time. Rig time. Yeah, that's what Dollar's doing over here. Pretty good from the looks of it. You know, if you had told me like a year or so ago that I would have other units besides Wellness dealing like a million plus damage on autos, I wouldn't have believed you. But here we are. For the longest time, Wellness was the only character I had that was dealing like 1 mil autos. Even Percy wasn't dealing them. But now, like, I think I have like 2 or 3 grids. 2 for sure. Fire and water, or fire and earth are definitely hitting it. Dark has to be up there or close to. It's ironic because earth isn't even like full power because I don't have Magna 3, I don't have Yugu fully uncapped, like fully transcended. Those flurries. Ah, you missed. I definitely feel pretty solid. I wonder if they would synergize with like Robin Hood at all with Hercules, but I doubt it because I think Hercules just makes the skill itself cast twice, not like recastable. And I think you have to like manually recast it for Sadala to get her stuff. I'm still kind of surprised that they didn't make the Magna 3 V2 fights. Like, it just feels so weird, especially when you consider how many, like, V2 characters they released. Or, like, characters that just do better than V2 fights. And it's just like, yeah, they do pretty well outside of it too, but I don't know, it's just weird to me. Like, for instance, Fediel and Chev, if Chev was like V2, full auto Fediel would be disgusting. Because with a Kengo setup, you're just ogreing all the fucking time, and so her shield's just permanently up, like at all times. Her cooldowns are just permanently reset. But since it's not, you can't do stuff like that, which might be why they did it. It was probably more so for the fact that there was probably characters. It's just, I find it really weird because there's raid fights that are like labeled as weaker that have V2. It just seems really weird to all of a sudden just be like, no, we're not making Magna 3 V2. I mean, I guess it's like V2 light because it has like the pseudo omen thing at the top with the buffs, with the stacks that you're taking down. But I don't know, it just feels really weird. Go beat up. It's like 29 turns. Yeah, so dollar getting out the damage. How does it compare to Leviathan from the other day? I imagine it should be pretty similar in turns. Maybe like a smidge faster. Yeah, it's like a little faster. It's like 3 turns faster. Right? 32. I think I said it was 29. Yeah, it's like 3 turns faster. Mostly because like a really Maya just doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. But I like the comp. Go beat up Militus Ifrit a couple times. I'm just gonna make you immortal against Colossus as well. Because team unchallenged on Ogi and then 10k mitigated on Faded Chain. Yeah. Like I have a feeling that's probably why. Cause like realistically speaking, like even just thinking about it, like it's nah. Yeah. I feel like their respective dragons are just like anything that uses the get some sort of buff from the Theta chain just would trivialize those fights too quickly. Which, to be fair, I feel like for the most part, like once people understood how the stack mechanics work, that kind of was trivialized anyway. For people that it would have been trivialized. So I don't know. I still just find it weird. It is what it is. Doesn't matter. Oh, I have Tickle leveled. I need to set up my team for full autoing Celeste Magna 3, or at least trying to see if they can do it. It's kind of ironic. The only team I have that can reliably solo Chev 3 requires Snake. It's Kengo, Lich, Hallmal, and Snake. Even though I think today I'm gonna try it with Koku instead of Hallmal. See how that feels. But I don't think it'll be as good. Because since Koku has such low charge bar gain, it's not gonna feed you know, you have 50% reduced charge bar gain versus double Ogi for Snake. And the problem is that Snake's Q is red, so it doesn't affect Koku's passive. So it's like not a really good synergy. It doesn't really like work together very well. Because like when I use Snake, she just shits out like a casual 300 million damage on the boss. Every other setup I've tried just doesn't stack up, just dies. But they die with like 1%, but they still die. Death is death. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put study break on. You can kind of tell that my brain's been out of it the last couple of days. Okay. Maybe I should see if I can set up stream elements so that way I could just do like exclamation point break and I'll just pop the thing up, and then exclamation point work, and then takes the thing off. But I'll have to look into that. There's probably a way to do that. Or I can just hotkey it. That works too. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to make a path thing. Alright, I was fiddling with this to try to get it to turn a path into a string to then turn it into a list to then be able to get stuff back. Where's list check? Okay. So we print this. It doesn't actually print it as a string, I don't think. It says it's a string, but I'm pretty sure if I tried to list it. Yeah, it turns it into this, which isn't like isn't a real, like, it's not a list. Well, I mean, like, it's not chunking this up into lists. So it's really, really weird. I guess it's probably because of how. Well, it's just because, like, even here, well, it's not going to show it here, but oh, it's because I'm using. Okay, it's. There we go. I was using the wrong thing. Okay, so it does work. This. Take this. Okay. And then from here, what it would do is that instead of it taking from here, right? Because I want to replace this with path. So that way, if you want to look for the list name in the main directory or in the subdirectory or whatever, like, it just makes it more, what should we call it? A bit more flexible for other programs. Like, for instance, this would be like path list square brackets -2, and this would be -3. But it would be dependent on how deep into it is. It would have to be like, let me see. Let me see if like what I'm thinking works. I don't think it will. Yeah, because I'll just make it 0. It, yeah, because it's concatenating, so that doesn't work. But the problem is -1 will be the file name. But the point is, well, I guess, well, actually, no, I guess it'll always be the, like, regardless, it'll always be the second to last and third to last values. It's just that if you have to go further in than that, then it won't know. Break it, love me to. You were right there. Yeah, it'd have to be make path. I'm gonna put up here. Mm-hmm. 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 Take my heart, don't break. Love me too. Oh, you were right there all along. You and I started. Let me take this. Which will be because in this way, what this will do is that if they didn't put a subdirectory, right, then it'll be none. Like I'm gonna have to research this a little bit more because it's not flexible enough. It'll work for what I want it to do right now, but for an actual robust program, it's pretty shit. But it'll make do for what I need it for both programs I plan on using it in. Place one tiger for two. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the design for Super Sadala. I would have been perfectly content if that was like an option. I need to put the costume back on. I forget that when you full limit break it resets it. I usually have them in the sleeping bag one because I just find it so funny. I'm just kicking like while they're in a sleeping bag. Reminds me when I used to go camping. You just kick each other from the sleeping bag when someone's fucking rolling over in the tent too much. Yeah, stop moving. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because basically, I have to rewrite all of my functions. Well, I don't have to rewrite them completely. But now, basically, I have to take these out. And then, to be honest, I could probably still keep these. Like these F strings. Because I could just tupleize them. Values. But yeah, I wanted to try it out. Because I was like, because sometimes Shishiku dies. Just, I don't like follow what happens. Because as soon as I realize that a team can, like, even before I know a team can full auto it, I just like let it run. Survival of the fittest, toss the lion cub off the edge, let it do its thing. Uh, I don't know why sometimes like Shishuku will die and sometimes she won't. But I was just like, let's see if Sadala with the uncap just is reliable. Deals more damage. Takes about like 3 turns less. Even though this one seems to be going a little faster. Unless she like hits her skill 3. It's like the only Hollywood Undead song I've ever listened to that I like. Yeah, I could do this. It's like people thing. That somebody used on yeah. So we could still use it. We'll just have to like initialize the variables inside of the thing. Or I could also just well, it's because I could either do that or uh make another function to return it and all the different things that would print it out, which is also feasible. Wait, yeah, I think it's this one. Or no, this is a pajama one, right? Yeah, it's a pajama one. I think Sadala has like. Oh no, I think her and Vajra have equal amount of skins, right? Or no, no, I think Sadala has more skins than the other Zodiacs do. I mean, like actual like skins, not like characters. So we're also including the R's and SRs into that, because those aren't like real usable characters anymore. Because if we include like the seasonal versions, then I think Anira holds that. Actually, no, because Anira only has two summer versions, right? The summer Yukata versions, which I somehow own both. Hmm. Mm. So this shouldn't need this anymore. And then in here, it would be pathless. Yeah, see, this is why I'm like, I don't know how I want to handle this. Like, I should probably just do a function that just prints these out. Because, like, the goal of it is to always return two folder names. Which, unless you're putting it straight into the directory, like the like the drive, like the main drive directory, like, there's no. I guess I would just print both out. Which I could also, which then you could just be like, yeah, it's another function I gotta write. Oh my god, when am I gonna get to the part where I read right to the because that's gonna take enough. Honestly, when we get to that, I might just like take a break from the MIT thing and just put MOC at night and then just hard focus on that during the day. Because that's probably gonna take like a week or two of just banging my head against it to figure it out. The people so different. It could be check on the path. I think actual skins and not other versions of them, like seasonal. Vajra has the most. Does she? I thought it like for a second I thought it was Vajra. But then I was like, I only could remember of. Ooh. Oh, the sundress one. I always forget that one. Yeah, because I always remember the New Year one and the Soul Chandler one. But I forgot about the sundress one. Explains a lot. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's enough of five. He actually has one, two versions of the event. Yeah, then the two skins. Yeah, Nair's one off because Nair only got one skin. Yeah, because I think Nair is the only one that has. No, Cal actually also has two. No, yeah, I think Nair is the only other one besides Mikala that have two seasonal versions. I thought Cal had two, but I'm just tripping, confusing the event for it. Okay, so with this, we don't have a path. We'll have to make a path. With a none, it should be fine. I'm just checking to make sure it does things properly. Oh, hmm. Oh, right. Okay. So this does need an else because I don't have a break prior. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the wrong one. And the other one. Also, sorry, I guessed harder than I was expecting. Hispanic coming out in force. I guess I could just combine these two together. Be like, if list name does not equal none and subdirectory does not equal none, you do this. subdirectory does not equal none, and list name does not equal none. It'll print, or it'll make a path that return this. I guess like yeah, that's fine. Let's just make it so it skips. But it's just like I don't know if it's more efficient to do this and then have a return path down here, since like I want path to be the same every time, or if I should just have each one be just return this, or return this. Honestly, I think it's probably better to do this because like if I want to check what path I'm gonna get, I can just put one print path here and it'll tell me. But like for instance, if I'm putting something in and it's not coming out properly, then I can just put print path and it'll show me which one's getting chosen without having to individually be like print this, print this. I think this is like way more efficient. Oh, I still need to do one more though. Uh, Ruthless. I mean, realistically speaking, just because I have it named the main directory subdirectory doesn't mean you have to use it. So it kind of makes the third one redundant, right? It's just like it's because like I'm putting it a bit too. Yeah, no, we don't need the third one. It's pretty easy to like re-implement if I end up needing it at some point, but like it's unnecessary because right, you're just really looking for value, and it's like if there's one value, it just makes a path to that. If there's two values, it makes a path to that, and then if there's three values, it'll make a path to that, right? I'm not gonna lie, I could literally spend all day just making functions for something. It's probably one of the most therapeutic things I've done in a long time, honestly speaking. I think the last time like something felt so therapeutic to me was building things, like building models or Legos and stuff like that. I don't know, my brain just likes making things. Part of the reason I wish like I could what should we call it? I could kind of get into art more because like I guess it's just that with this like my brain picks up so quickly when it comes to like these sorts of things, like how things work and stuff, compared to like how fast I see improvement in art. Because I spent like what was it, in middle school like a whole year just drawing 5 days a week because I had a friend in school that was uh he was from Japan. For some weird reason, like I thought about it the other day, for some weird reason, I've always had like a loose connection to Japan through being a military kid. Because when I was in elementary school, because like I grew up my whole life as a military kid, right? So I went to multiple schools that weren't necessarily on base, but well, I went to multiple schools on and off military bases. It's just that usually if I went to school off a military base, it was because the military base didn't have a school, so therefore other military kids were there. But like in elementary school, I went to elementary school on Fort Knox because they had an elementary school at the time. I don't know if it's still there. Uh, and there was I'm pretty sure it was a Japanese kid. I don't remember the nationality. My mom's the one that remembers because she always like brings it up. I was surprised she was that we could communicate without having a lick of like without being able to share language. Like, we were just communicating with like hand signs. Goku has arrived to save the day. Back hurts after cooking? What were you cooking? A whole ass pig? You put a whole hog on a spit or something? And where's my plate? I haven't had lunch yet. I'm hungry. My stomach's rebelling. But now that I think about it, in middle school, the guy who was teaching me how to draw was another one because in middle school we moved to another military base, and that military base didn't have a middle school. Uh, and so it was another one where it was like uh they were like stationed there from Japan, and it was a Japanese kid. And but at that age, he was bilingual, so he could communicate. And he was teaching me how to draw, and I spent a whole year learning how to draw, and it was not pretty. Say that much. Got a big ass you got a big ass tube of spaghetti. Like just the noodle? No sauce? No meatballs? You're going through it. Are you still trying to rank in Valorant, Jimbo? Because if you are, you're just doing it to yourself at this point. Everything but the meat the balls. But with no meat the balls, how are we gonna have the protein? Garlic bread too? Based. Based. I think my mom was gonna make chicken Alfredo. I don't know if she's gonna do it today. She had like the two Alfredo bottles like upside down. Oh yeah, so like kind of returning to the earlier thing. I like making things. It's just I wish that I was like better at art. Crashing ice, you got off and went to bed and stared at the ceiling for 9 hours. Could not sleep. Probably because your sleep schedule's kind of fucked. But you don't play that shit game called League of Legends. Goku, he's playing Valorant. Where'd League of Legends go? You could have just said that's why I don't play shit Rito games, and I would have been a perfectly acceptable sentence. Should play League? No. Go play TFT. Being asked at that would make sense. Jimbo doesn't take showers. He plays Valorant too much. He plays Valorant and Rust, or not Rust, Tarkov too much. Then go. That's wild. Ain't no way. Melee players you're thinking of, Jimbo, just because like they're a level of stink uh, above does not mean they you ain't got that sweat stank floating around. I don't know, Jimbo. Maybe you should take a break from Valorant. Go spend some time with the people that don't make you crash out, unless they're part of the group that you're crashing out with while ranking and falling into the pit hole. But yeah, for the most part, I think you've been going solo, no? Or at least like duo? Question mark. Eyebrow raise emoji, head tilt, bear waddling sounds. I've been selling. All right, you just been doing it yourself. You need to go to the bar. Just you've been drinking too much. What you need to do is you need to go hang out with people that won't have you crash out. I got distracted. I don't even remember what I was doing. It doesn't matter because it's break time. Can't remember what I was doing, but it don't mean shit because I don't need to. I don't think I'm gonna tell this one. You know, because mirror sitting means falling asleep while being super drunk every time. No, it generally means going full tilt for the most part, at least in Jimbo's case. Been busy. Solo crash out. You play Tarkov. I was like, it's been a minute since you played. I know Slinkster was grinding the shit out of the Tarkov wipe around Christmas. Aja and Gabriel should kill this the turn after. Play Tarkov. I was about to say for some weird reason, I think like you and Slinkster are probably like two of the people I've seen that play Tarkov from time to time. I've seen a couple others, but I've known people that play Tarkov, and you two are like I think two of the chillest people I ever watched like actually play Tarkov. It's so funny to me because I've had other friends who play Tarkov. They played it for a long time, and they're always just raging out of their minds, and I'm just like, you guys having fun doing that? They're like, of course we are. We wouldn't be playing if we didn't. I was like, I'm sorry, my bad. I'll just hear you. Even when you guys aren't playing it, I hear you guys just complaining about it. At least with Apex, I'm like, eh, no scope headshot, baby. I went back and clipped the poor Vantage that I no scope headshotted to death with a charged Senti and control. Because I was like, teehee, cool, because I suck at Apex now. I already did. Also, I'm not gonna lie. All the teams that I saw that had you using Ragazzo instead of like Christmas Racom for bringing Hassan from the backline if you're or with no Cocytus guns till like next week, like me. Like, actual trolls. Actual trolls. I could understand if it would be like if they had the little like wheel thing that you hover over it and go, if you don't have Christmas Racom, you can use Ragazzo. But for red there. To be fair, technically you could use Ayer too. I still haven't full limit break Ayer because I was using him for evoker stuff. Why is this on hold? Did I click that on accident? I think I clicked that on accident. I'm trolling. But yeah, no. As far as I'm aware, crashing out is, at least in gaming terms, nowadays is you're kind of on full tilt. You're gonna do. I still think it's kind of dumb, but you know, the internet does what the internet wants to do. The internet does what it wants to do. I swear sometimes the internet just like makes new words for something that already has a perfectly functioning word. And they're like, yeah, no, that's what that means. It's like, well, it's just like, well, that don't make a lick of goddamn sense. You should have just called it the other thing. I'm over here just staring at what Jimbo wrote, just unfazed because I'm used to it at this point. And just walking out with a shotgun. Get out. That's too good. I will say, all right, one phrase that has popped out that, like, honestly, I'm all right with it is like the whole absolute cinema thing, especially with the picture. Acceptable. I take that one. That one's like actually pretty good. 90% of the other shit they came up with is just so dumb. Now, to be fair, people overuse it too much, but that's just the internet. It wouldn't be the internet if they weren't beating a dead horse. Brutus minigun from Fortnite points it at Jimbo. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a no Fortnite zone, so that you're just pointing empty air, Goku. Sadly, even though I think Jimbo plays Fortnite, it might be effective on him. He might imagine it back into existence. At least he's played Fortnite. I tried Fortnite once. I think it lasted like 30 minutes on my computer before I uninstalled it. I feel like you need to go out, but it's actually freezing. Is it snowing for you? Oh, I think we have a little thing, but it was snowing pretty hard since like noon. Yeah, yeah, same. It was like we had like a solid 2 inches of snow on the ground. When oh no, I still see it. I just have to like shift my view a little bit, get a bit of a darker background with the trees. It's still snowing. Yeah, we're supposed to get like I'm pretty sure we're past the 4 inch mark. We're supposed to get like up to 8 inch potentially. It's supposed to keep snowing until like 6 in the morning tomorrow. That'll be fun. What's out your custom marshmallow bear wrap MP90? Points at that bear. Why are you pointing it at a bear? What did the bear do to you? Also, because you got no meatballs, you're banned from alcohol for the day. Shaking my head. Kind of spaghetti with no meatballs. You ever look at Instagram reels? I can neither confirm nor deny this question, but continue.
Hippity hoppity, your Yuba is my property.
No. I guess you can use them on loan for the next like 2 minutes. It is break time. I don't have a valid excuse to deprive you of UBness, except for the fact that I still haven't put the fucking break thing up. Jesus Christ. I've really been out of it today. My brain is like actually chill. Don't ban, please. And get meatballs next time. You have the most broken Instagram algorithm. Debatable. I think mine might be worse. I'm like pretty sure I give Instagram like algorithm like fucking whiplash every time it tries to figure out what reels it wants to give me. But meatballs next time. That's what I like. Meatballs. Meatballs are good. I survived like 4 months when I was not like super duper broke. Uh, but I was like kind of broke. I had to like, I was trying to like save up for something a little bit, so I was like not spending too much, and so I would just go to like Walmart and get their like decent bag of like meat frozen meatballs, and I just survive off of that for like 2 weeks. Just different sorts of stuff. I'd do it with like spaghetti. I'd do it with rice. I just wouldn't care. I'd put it on bread, and I'm still not sick of meatballs to this day. I don't even know why. Yeah, usually I forget to take it down. And today, yesterday it happened like once, and then I remember. But today it's just been like, what am I doing again? I think it's just because like like I'm like my brain right now is split into two things: writing these stupid functions out so I can finish, and fucking grandpa. It's got no space for brain. Literally, all just really dark humor or racist. Oh, mine's like fucked up in like a weird, different kind of way. Less, mine has like dark humor, but it's like it'll either give me stuff about cars, stuff about bikes, stuff about video games, cosplayer dancing to something, something about working out, bodybuilding, uh, muscle waifus, random like D&D shit. What else? Speed paint art things. No, it's like it's all over. I'm like 90% sure I give like if their algorithm was a person, it probably would have gone insane by now trying to figure out what it wants to give me. All right. Last 50 minutes. I keep hitting the wrong. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so this should work. Hmm. Actually, this actually needs to be -1, -2. Because the path is not going to have the list name, because the list name is independent. Like after running it now, I understand. Yeah, because now it'll actually show that. It's because I was tackling it from the point of view of where list name like would be part of the path, but I don't want that to be part of the path. Which now makes me want to go back and just alter the path thing so that it doesn't include that. And then just let list name be a variable that gets used. Which then makes it go back to what it was before. Time to. Yeah. List name should just always not. It should always just be something that gets used. For make path. For print found, that's a different story. It should always. Well, yeah, it'll always ask for the name. Literally just video games. For reals. I'm booty for not reals. I'm shaking my head. Imagine not having a random hodgepodge of shit regardless of what you're looking at. Honestly, the dancing thing I blame because what is it? I think like a couple months ago I stumbled across a cosplayer who originally was doing it for like Genshin cosplays, but then started doing it for like all of them. So they would do like little, I guess like TikTok dances, and I was just like, oh, nice. I like that character. Keep scrolling. And so now like since I spend time like watching it, Instagram's like, oh, I guess you want to watch all these other people dancing, and I'm like, not really. And then one of them be like, Masu waifu dancing, and I'm like, yes, yes, and then I keep going. I don't know. Usually my stuff was originally just purely just workout stuff. I think like if I broke it down, it's probably like 60%, no, 55% cosplayers, 30% uh like some sort of weightlifting thing, whether strongman, professional, like Olympic weightlifter, bodybuilder. And then the rest is just like a hodgepodge of random shit of like artists, D&D stuff, just random shit that I follow. That I'm like, oh hey, that's cool. Car people, bikers. I think we're done with what we need to do here. Oh no, we're not. I have to rewrite all this. Oh, we're crying. Well, actually, for this, if I make this path, would this still work? Because basically, we'll replace this with path, which means this should technically be path this. Which would mean that it would be make list path, and list name will be chicken. And that should work. Chicken has been created. Has chicken been created where it needs to be? It does. Nice. That does work like that. Sick. We are evolving, people. We are assuming not quite final form, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, this is what. Yeah, see, I can't tell why sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't want to. Because the other day it was perfectly fine for a while, but then like I think we got through all of yesterday without like being able to kill it all the way. But then today it didn't work. I'm curious how it'll work out with Street King once I get the gun. I'm too lazy to set it up ahead of time. Because then I have to think of like a grid slot to like add something and then take something and it's just like I don't feel like dealing with it. What's that? Mm-hmm. 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 Fucking Colossus. I just need some staffs. I need staffs and like another axe. Here comes the two. Good lord. But no, this one is if it doesn't equal none. No, this needs to. When this last call and then kick us out the door. Someone phone you up a double shot. Then on me and Jack Daniels out of his. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, because this way, uh, it'll still like this way you can make it for if you just want to make one directory or another one. I'm like sidetracked from the sidetrack, but like in the long run, this will be better because it means I won't have to worry about it as much, or but I have to like tweak it like less when I try to incorporate it into the other stuff. You make me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just your Friday on reservation. Mm-hmm. Back in. Mm-hmm. I don't think I want to care about this. Because the subdirectory will be. I need to do it over here. I need to comment like a bunch of this shit over here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I want to like, well, this part, which is what stuck around, is what was gonna have to like get rewritten anyway. So this is kind of, it's better. That's why even though I was like, nah, I just want to get started on the other stuff. Like, it's not bad to get started on this because this stuff's gonna like I had to rewrite that main function like like basically completely. So since I'm gonna have to rewrite it completely anyway, I may as well get these functions set up in a way that I can use them in other programs, so that way I don't have to worry about it. And then that way later I can learn when I deal with like packaging it, learn how to like package everything together. Oh, this is not the song that it was originally. was throwing me off. I was like, the playlist shouldn't have anything instrumental. I think the song that it's linked to got changed. Go another penny makes you. Yeah. Still blowing smoke. Alright, what else was pulling? Alright, make path should have it. Make list should use the path. List check should use path. Print found should use path. Directory should have it. Directory list should be path. There you go. Honey makes you. Oh, yeah. My head in my bed. You're blowing smoke. Bow, 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 bow. Doing what you. Mm-hmm. Fire. The fire. And see, and then this is where I don't have to rewrite it, right? This is what I was saying earlier, where I'm fuck man, the duality of fucking uh coding, bro. Yesterday, like I spent like an hour just to sit at the end and be like, I'm a moron. And then like now it's like all the things where I'm like, because like I'm not gonna lie, I had half a point where I was making that print function that I was like, oh, it's really worth using. Yeah, yeah, it was. To be honest, like I almost want to turn this into like a list, like a make directory or like make file object because these all work together. It's just that the amount of absolute fucking buffoonery I'd have to rewrite, I'll pass. I'd rather just write it from scratch. I'm going to do that because like realistically, a lot of these functions are basically just like I could turn this into an object. In all honesty, and it'd probably be more efficient. Like turning it into a class. We need to group data and the operations that act on that data together. Class. Yeah, this is the best choice because like this will group right? Like all list files. Well, I guess part of the issue would be I think if it was like text files, like if I made an object called create text, right, where it's just for creating text files, would probably make sense then because then everything would be a text file and then I wouldn't have to worry about it. But I think in this case, where this can be, you can make a directory or you can make a like a text file or make any file really. Like it's not just limited to text file. It's whatever you put the dot to be. So like chicken.png. I actually don't know that to make a PNG or not, but you know, like chicken.txt is gonna make a text file. Chicken by itself is just gonna make a blank file. Chicken, like you know, whatever you put as at the period, whatever, like turns like alters what file it is, and this doesn't stop you from doing anything. Actually, I'm kind of curious. It doesn't stop you. It's also really interesting that it just completely overwrites it though. Yeah, it just opens. Oh, that's kind of sick though. Yeah, you can just make a PNG. Though something to be careful of. Okay, that's definitely something that needs to be in the make function then. I need to have the list check in here because it just straight overwrites it here. Did on the other one. Where's make list? Where's the list check? Where's drink don't need no mix. The fucking trying to get faded, baby. This drink don't. I need more than this, baby. Yeah, because now. Oh, but it's still not going to. Hmm. I'm trying to drink on it. I need more than this. Drink on it. Yeah, see, and then there's sometimes like the team, like we're at 8%. We're all basically full health. Like I haven't paid attention to what's like why it's not lining up nicely every time. Because sometimes it'll clear with like nobody dying or like one person dying, or it'll clear with like you know I've got like one person left alive and they finish it off, and then other times it's just like we're at like 10%. It's still my whole team's dead. I don't know. I don't know. It'll probably resolve itself when I get more daggers and shit anyway, so it's fine. I'm a pirate, motherfucker. The pirate's life for me. Mm-hmm. I just realized this needs to be rewritten anyway. Needs to be to this. Then down here it needs to be path list again. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Baby, what you? I'm on my own. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Baby, what you? I think that one's also a path. And uh, list check is not defined. We have the path, we have the list now. Oh, list check. Maybe it's not defined. Alright. I forget that it has to be above. That's the other thing. I need to like make sure I order the things correctly. Like stuff like list check, all of that needs to be at the top. Like it needs to not be down here because it's going to get used inside of functions. Oh, actually, I don't think it matters in the context of like when I have the main thing built up. It matters in this context because there's like it's not going all the way through before, right? Like, um, no, no, yeah. See, like I had the function call here, which was before the list check, so that way it hadn't loaded the list check into memory yet, so that was undefined. All right, so if this works the way I'm expecting it to work, it should make sure that. All right, so it doesn't work the way I was expecting it to work. Oh, but it may. Oh, okay, never mind. It doesn't overlap, so then it doesn't matter. Never mind. I guess I deleted the text that I had made before because I thought that it was. That means this like is useless. Fine. So this will be make list. Oh, I also need the check in there, right? Yeah, I want the check also. I forgot about that when I was writing it on the other side. And then list check. That's just because I'm too lazy to like select all of that and delete it again. And then I think make path is fine. Making shit from scratch is rough, especially when you want to make it like good. Mm-hmm. Because like my big thing is to try to make it so that future me has the least amount of things to cuss past me out for. uh because sometimes I'll be like, shrug, that's future me's problem, right? And then future me wants to just wrangle past me his neck when that happens. And so it's not right. Kind of funny. What's this? All right. I know I said it last week, but this week I think we're basically done with this. I feel like we're done with this now. Or about as close as we're gonna get. I don't think there's very much more I need to do to get this part finished. Besides find a decent acronym name for thing. Those 18 years I spent getting raised in the military. They're all for this moment of coming up with an acronym. Dog, there's so many fucking acronyms when you're dealing with the military. You know what it's like being a kid? You're like, well, you like I'd have to go to the stuff with my parents when they were like sometimes when they were gonna have to go deal with especially when it came to like moving. Like you have to go and there's a lot of paperwork and there's a lot of people you gotta talk to and shit like that. And I'd go in there and I'd just look at the papers and there'd just be like ABFG, AGF, ABC. It's like I'd be like, Mom, what's this? These like acronyms with the look on her face like too fucking many of them. Like you can find a whole fucking sheet of paper and just like 70% of it is just acronyms for stuff. You're just like, oh my god. But there's all for this moment. All for this moment to make shortened acronymed names so I don't have to write this entire thing out whenever I'm trying to. Because the point is that here, right, it's going to be a problem because I have to rewrite this every single time. Because the two options I have is either tell it to from this import every single function I want to use, which is inefficient, or just import this and then use a dot method with that, where I'd have to do like this word dot whatever method, whatever function I'm trying to pull, which is way more efficient. Uh, yeah. Okay, so this is what 100, 170 lines long, even though that's not including this, which most of these comments I'm gonna have to are gonna get erased next week. This has now been cut down to 97 lines. Will probably be more once I'm done setting up the proper main function. But it shouldn't get much longer than that because I plan on doing the read write things, like basically mimic this, because this is just a file that's just holding all of the functions I use for creating a path to then create a directory or make whatever file I want to make. Uh, so then I'm gonna make another one to import for just read writing to a file, so that way I don't have to like it'll just right like if I had to put 100, right? Let's say like how many lines is up here? Let's say like 30 lines, right? These are 30 lines. If I had to put these 140 plus however many is the read write one, dog, I'd lose my mind. I'd actually lose my mind. Like, no, just no. Like, no, I'm good. So it'd be better for having just those and then just being like, probably just commenting up here what it uses. Yeah, like use functions to import, rewrite code. Because we're gonna have to like go through this part. Well, this part actually, most of this shouldn't be really overly affected. Actually, I look about there's literally only like two functions I have to look through. Is that really it? Is all of it really just this universal shit that I can use for other things? Wow. That is another thing that makes I'm gonna think about now, and it's gonna make me want to drop kick Rook every time I see him. Every time. Every time. Because that was another suggestion from him was just pull out all of those and like just import it so I don't have to keep rewriting it. The feral urge to drop kick Rook just because we don't like the other person being right. And he's being right on too many things because he has too much experience on this over me. And okay. So now we need to make sure exit tool, number check, list check. I want this to be in the same order that it shows in the thing. List check, make path, make list, print found, right? I forgot to add that. Takes 3. Okay, print found. Directory, directory list, directory list, delete list, delete file. Need to rename that. And then name check. In which name check is probably going to end up being with like exit tool. I'm probably going to change it to input check, and then it's probably just going to get grouped into with exit tool and number check to be put in its own separate file, because that's like those are like super duper generic things that don't really need to be attached to this specific thing. Because all this does is just check to make sure that whatever you input it because all this does is just checks uh if you have it. Like all this does is just repeats back to you what you have. Uh and then if you say yes, then it returns that, and then it'll execute whatever else is in the code. And if it returns no, it returns that and executes whatever. And I return it in like lowercase, so it doesn't matter what you write. Oh, yeah, I think that's it. Honestly, like I think we're done with this. That means break the final break starts in like 3 minutes, but that means that next time we do the side project, it means we can start on the the read write functions that we're gonna make. Finally, fuck. This took like I think this is like what, the fourth day. Well, I guess the first day doesn't really count too much for this. This is probably like this is what, like 2.5 days. Like about probably close to 12 hours to get this to you. Which, to be fair, in regards to like having to like move things over and check that it works back and forth and stuff like that, that didn't take too long. So I don't think like not having done this off the get go was that detrimental to time spent, because I think it would have been, I think at most it would have shaved like an hour off. So it still probably would have been like 10, 11 hours of setting and testing all these up and stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to like change all of this, because basically what's gonna happen is probably in the main function Right. Well, initialize stuff like, for instance, the path. The paths will have to be initialized. And then depending on stuff like that, like make direct. Like I have to think of like that's going to be a lot of the other work. But again, I think what I should do is probably just make the main block that will start, because like the start of the program, right? Because now we're in just like brainstorming part, since it's don't really have a whole lot of time left in stream to work on anything. Uh, the way it would be the initial block would be asking like, what do you want to do in regards to, obviously you want to find something, you want to make something, and then depending on what you choose from that, it then goes, well, it'll be like, do you want to find something, yes or no? If yes, and you find it, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to delete it? Do you want to edit it? Like stuff like that, right? Like that's like the order, which makes me actually, no, now thinking about it, it's so intrinsically tied together. I think that I should just go and start making the functions for like reading and writing to a file, because again, it's a case of uh it's a case of like it's all going to be tied together, right? Like at like the very beginning is obviously going to be like, what do you want to do? Are you looking for a file? Are you making, like I'll probably change it where input would be, is this your first time running the program, yes or no? It's, depending on that answer, it'll make the meal list directory, like whatever you want to call it. It'll take whatever input, we'll put in meal list for our example, for our testing purposes. Then it'll be like, make meal list. Meal list is made. There's a directory that it'll probably tell you that directories will be made. Subdirectories will be made based on the year that the lists are made from. Uh, and then I'll probably have to put inside of like some of the stuff, like probably put some print statements of like, uh, will be, well, I'll probably just let them know. Well, actually, they probably don't even need to know, because they'll get confirmations back for if it makes like a folder. It'll be like folder 2025 was made, like stuff like that. Um, and then in there, it's like, do you want to make a list? Yeah. And then it'll be like, we'll use the continue command, because it'll be like, do you wish to like close the program or do something else? And I'll have to choose what ticks it'll be, right? Like, for instance, it would probably be like exit with like parentheses around X, or not even that. It'll probably just be like exit or rerun. Would you like to exit or rerun the program? And then just put like the brackets next, like around them, to kind of try to let them know that these are like, choose one, like type one of these out. Uh, and then if it exits, we just run the exit tool with exit written in. So that way it just, we take this, it'll take exit tool. It'd literally just be run this with exit in there, and then it'll just exit out of the program and say, it'll probably just be like, it'll probably say have a nice day, and then say you have exited the program. And then if they choose rerun, then it'll go to the top and then be like, what do you want to do? And then it'll be like, then it's like, do you want to make or find something? And then obviously you want to find something. And then if you want to find something, like, what is it that you're looking for? And then so on and so forth. So it's like, I could still do it piecemeal together, but I think it would be better. Like, I still have like a pretty solid idea with this block, like what I want to do with it. So it's not too big of a deal. But I think like I'm gonna try to do all the functions and have all that set up and make sure all that works and works together. And then we'll sit down and write the entire like main body like to what it should be finalized, and then from there do a couple tests, make sure all of that works, and then after that comes the next like big endeavor, which is learning how to package this. Well, actually, after that, it'll be debatable. It'll be do I learn how to package, or will I go for learning how to use YAML, or like one of the other programs that you use for reading and writing to a list of stuff. And it'll kind of just depend. I think it'll just depend on how long it takes me, because I think the fact that we could finish all of these, the file and directory creation stuff, that it'll probably be the case where I don't think it'll take us too much longer. Like at most probably another 2 or 3. I might do put in some like weekend time depending on like what I'm doing. Right now, like this weekend I'm gonna have a Zenlist stream because I need to do all of the events I've been. I'm not gonna lie, I've not been playing a whole lot of Zenlist because I've been kind of caught up with like this in my free time. I'll like study some stuff, and then there's Grand Blue. But all right, that's gonna be it. Well, part of me feels like I wasn't very productive. I also feel kind of productive because I got the entire like side thing done, right? We got this done. We rewrote the stuff. I mean, I guess productive, right? I got this fleshed out. We rewrote all the stuff to use path, so that way this is more it's more like flexible in use and stuff like that. So I think it was pretty good. I think it was pretty good. Hmm. Trying to see who will say hello to. I guess I had a Baba Nemo a while since I raided in. He's playing with I'm assuming with Kyrie on ranking. Kyrie's also streaming. But yeah. Tonight will be Arcarum Mines is what we'll be in. It's just gonna be chill Arcarum brain melting goodness. But thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. It was a day for you. Have a good day. It was a day for you as well. Stay safe. Jody.